Hey, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom, Pajama Gramma here with Pajama Gramma's chronic painkillers prescriptions. Today I want to talk to you quickly about the 5x5 rule. And I said 5x5, but it's the 5x5 rule. What the heck is the 5x5 rule? You're probably wondering. Well, whenever you're angry, upset, feeling negative emotions, it's a quick and easy way to turn that around and get you out of that negative vibration and that negative feeling. Because when we feel negative, when we feel upset, when we feel angry, when we feel frustrated, when we feel disappointed or sad or lonely, all of these emotions make our pain more intense. They make our pain worse. Now, if you don't believe me, test this for yourself. When you're feeling good, does your pain hurt more or less? When you're feeling bad, does your pain hurt more or less? Check in with yourself and see if that's true for you as well as it is for me. Well, somebody, and I can't remember who it was, I want to say Chad Thibodeau, but it could be someone else, recently shared the 5x5 rule. And I thought it was brilliant because I already do this, but it's nice to have a name for it. And what you do is whenever you're feeling angry or upset or negative about something, and it's probably a Tony Robbins thing is where I first heard about it, what you do is you ask yourself, give yourself some time to be upset about it. If you want, give yourself 5 minutes. I can be upset about this for 5 minutes. But after that, if this is something that is not going to matter to me in 5 years, if this is not going to make a difference to me 5 years from now, if 5 years from now I'm not going to be upset about this, then I'm only going to spend 5 minutes max letting myself wallow, suffer, feel terrible, have increased pain because of whatever is upsetting me. So I'm going to give a real life example. Yesterday, my son-in-law had a medical procedure and it didn't work. He went into it with the right attitude, thinking and being very excited that it was going to work for him. And he knew as soon as the procedure was over, it was a test procedure for radio frequency, and he knew as soon as it was over that it didn't work. Because what's wrong with him isn't a nerve thing. It's not a nerve issue, so severing the nerves with radio frequency isn't going to help the pain that he's experiencing. So he was really disappointed and upset and kind of angry and frustrated that this procedure hadn't worked for him. And I reminded him about the 5x5 rule and that there's really a good side and an upside to that, because now he knows where the problem really is. They've really pinpointed and identified the root cause of his problem so that they can take the right steps to fix it versus thinking that it was a nerve problem, and if they just severed the nerves with radio frequency like the laser beam, then it would help to relieve the pain. Now he's sad because the pain didn't get relieved, but he also knows that there's hope. So focusing on what is possible, and also then only spending 5 minutes being upset that it didn't work versus, because 5 years from now, he's one of the lucky people that's going to be better and healed 5 years from now. He won't have, although he's had chronic pain for a couple of years now, he's not going to have this chronic pain 5 years from now because it will heal itself. Unlike a lot of us who have chronic pain that isn't going to heal itself, when we have a procedure that we have put our hope and faith in and we think it's going to work for us and it doesn't work, it does upset us. But I would always use the 5x5 rule now. I will say if this isn't going to affect me 5 years from now, I'm not going to spend more than 5 minutes being upset about it. So I might have a major pity party for myself for 5 minutes. I might eat a bunch of gummy bears or a couple of caramels or whatever it is that I feel like doing. But then after that 5 minutes is up, and I'll actually set a timer on the stove or on the clock, or I might say, Alexa, remind me in 5 minutes. Whatever it takes to make sure that I don't spend any more time in negative vibration and negative emotions than I have to, because I know that it makes my pain more intense. And I'm all about killing my chronic pain and living the life I deserve. And I want that for you too. So today's prescription, try the 5x5 rule, because pretty much every day we get upset about something, right? I mean, maybe you don't, but in my life, there's pretty much something that happens every day that I could be upset about if I chose to. I don't really choose to get upset about a lot of stuff, except maybe computer and technology frustrations. If you ask my kids, I still get upset about those things. But it's never more than 5 minutes. So try the 5x5 rule today. See how that impacts your pain. And I'll see you soon with another painkillers prescription. Bye.